Hello guys, how you all doing? Let's do a quick update on the situation from the previous video where I told you guys that I'm getting out of the market at 4K because I was unsure which way things are going. And I was certainly quite concerned that this could be near the end. Now, what's happened since then is we've actually gone up instead of down. That's okay. We've planned for both scenarios, as you can see. So if it goes up, there's a potential that we actually break the previous all-time high and then continue further up. There's definitely reasons for that. There's also reasons we go down. However, since then, I've actually identified another pattern, which I have actually been expecting since the middle of August. But it didn't, I was expecting it to happen here, which kind of didn't happen. So then I forgot about it. But then when I looked at this again yesterday, I was like, oh, wait a minute. I've seen you before somewhere. So let's talk about that. And this is the following pattern. Let me show you right here. This thing. So you see there was a fake up and then a fake down and then a reversal to the mean. So I'm going to show you this happened before back in September of 2020. Now, why September 2020? Because September 2020, you guys will remember, in 2020, a similar thing happened to what's currently happening. We had the COVID crash. Now we had the Trump crash. Then we had the quick and speedy recovery during the summer, mind you. And then in September, we had this exact same pattern develop. So let me show you that pattern right now. Bam, here we go. See this, guys? This is back in 2020, even though you can, doesn't say that, you see down here it says 2020. See, we had a fake up, a fake down, and then complete reversal. Now this drawdown here was 30% at that time. This time it was exactly 20%. Now the fact that it was exactly 20% tells me it's an artificial move, right? And let's analyze what happened after that. See here we had a rise during the summer, see? And then a September shakeout, and then what happened in during September. Now in October actually went up, but now we've had things move slightly forward. So this only happened at the end of September, whereas in 2020, this happened at the beginning of September, right? So it happened at the end of September. So if we were going to repeat this exact same fractal, what we can expect now is a little bit of a consolidation and then another attack downwards, which is going to take out the low that we just created at 3,800. So you see the low here we created at 3,800. So this needs to get taken out. So expect a little bit of consolidation, a little bit of wiggle up and down. Then we take out the low here, maybe, middle, end of October. And then we can actually continue up and to the right. Okay, guys. So this is what I expect going to happen in the next couple of weeks. So don't freak out. Don't jump in at a higher price. Just stay calm. Wait for this to play out. If it goes up here, we get back in, but I do believe we're going to just consolidate and then revisit the low again. So probably, I think about 36 at that stage. We need to take out the 38, just like I said here. So 38, we're going to take out the 38, go down to 36, and then go up, and we're going to re-enter here, and we're going to make us as a nice extra 10%. Of course, would have been better to get out today. Absolutely, 100%. We get an extra 10%, but we don't know. So it's only probabilities. So we're going to play around with probabilities. That way we made the plan for up and down. Always, guys, have a plan for both directions, never just one direction, because then you get, if it goes the other way, you don't know what to do. So there we go, guys. But don't forget, we've had a blow off top on Sui. We had a blow off top on Solana. We had a blow off top on a bunch of different coins. We had the sell the news on the FOMC. So these are all still concerning signs. We definitely have a fading momentum. So this is why we're out. This is why we're waiting this part of the market out. We can re-enter at a lower price and have a stop loss there in case it continues downwards. Before I go, I just want to cover the traditional markets real quick and the government shutdown, which was a major worry for me, but looks like the markets shrugged it off completely because after a little bit of a stumble here, I guess they just kept going up, and we're at another 52-week high today, which is just kind of incredible. And if we go at just CNBC, the main stories around here, bleak news for US doesn't seem that bad for stocks. So I don't know. Sometimes you just can't predict these things. We see yesterday US had a great green day. I suppose last week was red. This week's great green. Things just go up and down. It's just the way markets are. But it's all a bit weird and a little bit strange. But yeah, I certainly overestimated the impact of the government shutdown, even though I was right that it was going to happen. We haven't had one since 2018. It doesn't seem to really affect the markets all that much because going back historically, it's been really inconsistent and nothing major really ever came out of it. Now, obviously, this year we have a special situation with Trump being, particularly belligerent. So bad things can still happen. We'll just have to wait and see. But that's why, being out of the market and protecting your profit at this stage is important because of the uncertainty, because of the volatility, because everything is at an all-time high. Things can really turn at any point. So we're better being protective of our profits, of our capital at this stage instead of being overly bullish and potentially risking getting into a no man's zone when we're kind of then stuck being back holders again for God knows how long. Alright guys, if you like, appreciate, drop a sub, and I will see you in my next video.